Elizabeth, recently I went to my college reunion and with two of my roommates, we got an Airbnb right near campus and it was so fun. It was so fun to stay together. We had a kitchen. We could just hang out in such a comfortable way. And it was so convenient to all the places that we wanted to go. And all of us are really picky eaters. And we could all have our own kind of snacks all loaded up into the kitchen so that we could have exactly what we wanted whenever we wanted it. It just wouldn't have been the same if we had stayed at a hotel. It really added to my whole experience of my reunion.
And also, Gretchen, you don't have to deal with noisy hotel hallways,
Yeah.
cramped rooms. You can really tailor it for what you want.
Gretchen, you and I both love Whole Foods Market. I've been trying to be healthier lately, so I love going to Whole Foods and shopping their delicious salads. There are so many. Our parents love Whole Foods Market. They walk there at least 3 times a week, I'd say. There are so many good things to buy, and customers love shopping at Whole Foods Market for big sales like Thanksgiving and Mother's Day. But the fact is, there are lots of ways to save on quality items every day.
Absolutely. Whole Foods Market makes it easy to elevate your grocery shopping on a budget. You can check out their weekly sales at wholefoodsmarket.com, which gets refreshed every Wednesday. That way you always know where the savings are. And remember to look for 365 by Whole Foods Market items throughout the store. Their store brand has all the quality that we expect from Whole Foods Market at prices that are terrific. There are so many ways to save at Whole Foods Market. Now you know.
I'm Gretchen Rubin, and this is A Little Happier. In the ordinary course of our everyday lives, it's rare, or at least it's relatively rare for me, to hear something that moves us deeply. And sometimes this kind of profound emotion is inspired by a very surprising or unexpected source. I had an experience like this recently related to a dog. I loved our miniature schnauzer Paddywhack when I was growing up, and I love our cockapoo Barnaby now, and I like dogs generally. I was deeply moved by a line from a story that my friend, journalist Sarah Lyle, wrote for the New York Times when she was reporting on the agility competition at the famous Westminster Kennel Club dog show. She was writing about Miles, one of the dog competitors, who is described as an all-American dog, which is the American Kennel Club's name for mutts. The interesting thing about Miles was that he started as a virtually unadoptable rescue dog, and he now competes against the top agility dogs in the country. The person who brought him to the show is Christine Longnecker. She and Miles met at the Because You Care animal shelter in Pennsylvania. Miles, who was known as Tank at the time, tended to snarl, growl, and snap at everyone at the shelter. But when Christine Longnecker showed up, Miles walked quietly to the front of his kennel and sat down. The article quotes Longnecker telling the story. He looked me straight in the eye and said clear as day, "I just want to be a good boy." All of a sudden, this overwhelming sadness washed over me, the sense of his not being able to prove himself because he'd been told that he was a bad dog. My heart broke into a million pieces. The shelter workers were astonished when Longnecker took this dog into her car. Gradually, Miles settled down, felt safe, and in time became a champion at agility competitions. I loved hearing how this bewildered, lost dog was discovered by someone who understands and loves him and was able to see his potential and to help him develop his skills. She saw that he was a good dog. I think I was so moved by this story because it reminds me to aspire to the purity and intensity of the wordless love of a dog. Among other things, I remind myself to strive to show the same enthusiasm when my husband Jamie or my daughters Eliza and Eleanor walk through the front door as Barnaby shows. I think of a line from the Richard Powers novel, The Echo Maker. There isn't a human being in the world worthy of any dog's welcome. I'm Gretchen Rubin, and I hope this makes your week a little happier. Homes.com knows that when it comes to home shopping, it's never just about the house or condo. It's about the home. And what makes a home is more than just the house or property. It's the location and neighborhood. If you have kids, it's also schools, nearby parks, and transportation options. That's why Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth information they need to find the right home. And when I say in-depth, I'm talking deep.
Each listing features comprehensive information about the neighborhood, complete with a video guide. They also have details about local schools with test scores, state rankings, and student-to-teacher ratio. They even have an agent directory with the sales history of each agent. So when it comes to finding a home, not just a house, this is everything you need to know all in one place. Homes.com. We've done your homework.